Hello everyone, it is Kayla here, and it has been a while since I was able to record anything or make any videos. Recently, I got a great opportunity at my job to it's kind of like a promotion, but I needed to learn some skills first, some programs. And so I had to put a lot of my reading on hold and making these videos. So I'm probably going to be uploading way less frequently because I need to take all my extra time and devote it to learning these programs and kind of becoming skilled enough at it that I'm comfortable working on it. So that's where I am. But I still had some time to shop, and so I have a whole stack of books that I'm going to haul, and so I can put them away. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to have to do an unhaul at some point. I have a bag of books ready to donate or put inside little free libraries if I want to do that. So let's get on with this haul because it's going to be longer. Yeah. The first book that I really wanted to pick up is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I have never read a book by this author, but I always hear people raving about them. I have People We Meet on Vacation on my shelf in the other room, and I want to read Beach Read, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I want to get Book Lovers because I'm a book lover, and this cover speaks to me. I love the blue, the orange, the books all along the spine. The cover is, it was beautiful, and when I saw it, I was like, I want to get that. So this came out on, I think it was May 3rd, and it was a big release day for books, but so I went and picked this one up, and it is about a girl who, I believe she is an editor. She's not an editor, she is a literary agent, and she has to go away on some trip, and she keeps running into this guy, and he's also in the book space, and so I think I'm gonna like it. It'd almost be like, I think they're gonna butt heads at first. That's just what it seems like from reading the back. This book I was so excited for. It recently came out, and it was only at select Barnes and Nobles. So I went to the first location and I was looking for it and nowhere. And then when I looked online, it said there was one store like within 50 miles of me that had it. And of course I went there the next day and I picked it up, and it is The No Family by Grace K. Shim. There it is. This one has been on my want to read like a wish list ever since I heard about it. It's been months and months, and I was highly anticipating this. That's why I was so sad when I went to the bookstore and it was not there. So, I went and got it somewhere else. And this one is about a girl who, she loves K-dramas, so same. And she actually finds out, I think through some like DNA test for school or something, that she's actually related to a very rich family in Seoul, South Korea, and they own like a department store. And so she gets whisked away to Seoul to meet her family, her wealthy family, and she's like a small town girl from Oklahoma. So I'm really excited. I love the artwork on the cover. You can see Namsan Tower there in the back. One of my favorite places in Korea. I just love, like, this is going to be one I probably display on my bookshelf because I love it. K-drama in a book? Yes, please. Sign me up. Sense and Second Degree Murder by Tirzah Price. I read the first book that this author wrote in this kind of Jane Austen series, Pride and Premeditation, and I really, really enjoyed it. I read that last summer. I liked it a lot. It was a quick, easy read. I loved the characters, the story, the like Jane Austen type of situations that it's all in. So this one is based off of Sense and Sensibility, and I don't know why, but I thought it was going to be like the same characters, but just like in different situations. But no, I literally just found out that it's different people. This is like the Dashwood family. So, but the first one was a different family. So, I don't know why I thought it was going to be the same characters. Probably because it's like second in a series, but every book is different. So you don't have to read these in order. Good to know, right? So this one is about the Dashwood family. She goes in and she finds that her dad has passed and his will is not updated or anything. And so the Dashwood family is kind of like going to be forced out of their home and they're going to have to like start over. But the sisters kind of find out that maybe there was a murder involved. So they have to investigate. So I'm excited for this one. I love the covers on these. It looks like it was, what is it called? Like when it's like hand knitted, like embroidered, I guess. Cross stitching. I'm not one for sewing and cross stitching. I don't think I have the patience for it. I would love to do it someday, but I'm learning some other things at the current moment, so I'll save that for another time, but I just want to say the covers are very beautiful. We have my book of the month May pick. It was The Hacienda. This is by Isabel. I might say this wrong. I don't even want to say it. I don't know how to say it. Cañas? Kenya. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Okay, so The Hacienda. This book is very dusty because it's been waiting for me to read it. Anyway, I was excited to get this one because it sounds like a haunted house story. And I don't know why, but just reading the synopsis gives me vibes of Crimson Peak. I don't know why. Maybe I heard someone say that before and I was like, yes, I agree. This one is about a girl who gets married to this guy. She moves into the hacienda where they live and weird things start happening. I think his first wife was like killed or missing and we don't know why. Her sister-in-law comes in and does like weird like ritual kind of stuff. So it makes me think this is going to be like a ghost story, like haunted house. And I'm very excited. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing names. I'm gonna have to learn how to say some of these. Anyway, this says that it is Mexican Gothic and Rebecca, like vibes. So I'm looking forward to this one. I love getting my book of the month picks because I feel like they're always gonna be pretty decent. So I was beyond excited to pick up this book. My Heart is a Chainsaw, and this is by Stephen Graham Jones. I heard about this on, I think, one other YouTube channel, and I was like, I need to pick that up. That sounds like something I'd love. I love horror novels. I love horror movies, slasher movies, 80s horror movies, like all of them. So this is about a girl who lives in a mountain community. And it's like small town, mountain, cozy, right? And it is home to a massacre that happened 50 years in the past. And now there's someone, a killer's back. Maybe it's a copycat or the murderer's back. I don't know. But there's a slasher. And she uses her love of horror movies and things like that to survive. I really want to read this. It sounds very good. I'm pretty sure that people have been giving it good reviews, so that's one reason why I want to buy it. And so I am definitely hoping to read this sometime this year. Like I have a whole cart of books that I'm saying I want to read these this year. And I wanted to read about 100 books this year, but that is not going to happen. Let's just read how much I can read and be happy with it, okay? Yes. Note to self. This next book I'm about to show you was one that I did not even know existed. And so I was very excited when I was at the bookstore and I saw it. I was actually in Las Vegas at one of my favorite bookstores called the Writer's Block. And I was just looking, this was in the YA section, and I saw this book. And I was like, that's a cool cover. It looks like Ouija board. The Book of Living Secrets by Madeline Rue. And this is the same author that wrote a book called Asylum that like I still think about to this day. I don't know why, but that book just like, when I was reading it, I was like, I don't know. But I literally keep thinking about it to this day. It was like a pretty good scary book, like ghost story. And so this one, I saw her name and I was like, hold on. She wrote like that whole Asylum series. And I was like, what is this book about? Because like the vibes, like the skulls, the Ouija board, the flowers. I was really drawn to the art on this before I even saw what it was about or who the author was. Anyway, so this book is about two best friends and they are obsessed with this book, like this work of fiction. They are obsessed. They read it over and over. They just absolutely love it and they wish they could live in that world. And one day, for some, like somehow, they end up in their favorite novel, but it's actually sinister, like more sinister than they thought it would be. And they have to fight their way out of the story, like rewrite it essentially. And for any book lovers, that just sounds so amazing. Like when I read that synopsis, I was like, I have to read this. I just have to. And I already like the author, so I'm like, I know I'm gonna like this, and so I bought it. This is my souvenir from my most recent Las Vegas trip, so I'm excited. You know how when you're at Barnes & Noble and they have a Starbucks inside, and sometimes they have a book that's only $5 if you buy a cafe item? Well, I got that one. It's called Lock the Doors. This is by Vincent Ralph, and it is the same author of the book 14 Ways to Die, and which I also have and want to read. So when I saw this one, I was like, $5 book? Okay, sold. So this one is about a guy who moves into a house with his family and they notice like weird messages and like locks outside of the bedroom doors instead of inside, just like little weird things like that. And the family who used to live there just kind of moved across the street. So it was like, what? Like, why? So I guess we'll figure out what happened in this house. I love you. You know how I love some haunted house stories, right? Yeah. Another book that came out kind of recently is Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. I love the neon colors on this cover. And this one I wanted to get because it sounded like, well, the story, it's about a magical hotel that like every night it's in a different location. And the main character starts working at this hotel and then finds that there's like dark secrets about it. And then so she's gonna kind of figure out what's going on with the hotel. So this reminds me of, there's a K-drama and I'm totally blanking on the name right now, but IU is in it. It came out like a couple years ago, but that's like about a haunted hotel, but it's a hotel for ghosts. So I don't know why it reminds me of it. It just does. Maybe the same like kind of vibes, or I don't know. Anyway, so I heard that this was a pretty good book, and so I wanted to pick it up on the day it came out. I have been having it on my wish list for a while, so I'm looking forward to reading this, and I hope it's good. Next, I have 2 books to add to my Colleen Hoover collection. I'm trying to collect them all because after I read It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us, I always get them confused. The one with the pink cover. I think It Ends With Us, yeah. As soon as I read that one, I was like, I love Colleen Hoover's writing style. I'm a fan. So I started collecting all of her books. Picked up these 2. So we got November 9, which is about 2 characters that kind of meet right before they move, or like one character is moving away. And so they decide to meet every day on this, I mean, not every day, every year on the same day. Essentially, this book is just about 2 people who meet, and it's the main female character's last day in LA. And so they spend the whole day together and then she leaves, but then they meet on November 9 every year. I'm thinking it's November 9 because it says they meet on the same day every year, and it's called November 9. So I'm just kind of assuming. So there's this one. I heard that this one was a really good one, so that's why I chose this. And then I also chose Heartbones because the story sounded cute, and it's kind of a small book. This is just about a summer romance. They decide that they want to just have it be a summer fling, but I think it's going to get much deeper than that. So there's those two to add to the collection. I actually only have a few more Colleen Hoover books that I'm interested in getting. For sure, I want to get It Starts With Us, though. I think that comes out in October, so I am for sure going to be ordering that one. I wanted to pick up Elle Kennedy's The Deal. This is the off-campus series. I heard that these were pretty good books, and there's a lot in the series, and I always love finding series like this. So I wanted to get this one. It sounded cute. It's about a girl. She wants to get the attention of like this guy or something, so she starts fake dating. She offers her tutoring services for like fake dating, and you know they're gonna fall for each other. Like, come on. So you can see there's all these books in the series, so if I like this one, then I'll continue. Okay, my last book. And it is Hell House by Richard, was it Matheson? This is the author of I Am Legend, which I've never read that, and I haven't seen the movie just because I don't know if I can watch that one. I heard a dog dies, and so I'm like, I can't watch it. That's it. So this one, I've been wanting to get this for a long time, and finally I saw it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. It's time. It's time to go for it. I need like to create a stock of haunted house books that I could get around to reading. So this is one haunted house book I really wanted to read, and it's about like this mansion that has been empty for 20 years, and at some point 4 strangers go to the house, all for their own reasons, but it's like haunted, and they want to investigate it, or they want to like learn something, or see if they could withstand the temptation or torments that the house has. So it just sounds very, very interesting to me. And it's kind of funny because it reminds me of, why is my memory so bad? The Haunting of Hill House. Like, I feel like, didn't they call that house Hell House? Or did they not? Or like, maybe I was calling it that. I can't remember, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is this book makes me think of The Haunting on Hill House, which is like one of my favorite things on Netflix. So I wanted to read this for sure. And there you have it. All of the books that I have picked up the last few months, and I'm very excited to read them. Let me know if any of these sounded good to you, or if there's any I should read ahead of time. You know, you can also tell me too if you didn't like any of them, because then maybe I'll like choose something to read before I get to that one. I don't know. Well, thank you so much for watching this book haul, and I will see you in a future video, even though it might not be for a little while. I still have my books on my mind, and I'm still reading, albeit a little bit slower than I would like, but I'm finding time. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Oh yeah, the wedding is like less than a month away. That's another reason why I'm so busy. Like, planning a wedding is takes a lot of time. I'm trying to say that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.